What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the match review and analysis of the 3-0 away victory against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 16,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subs away from that, so any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. You can find my social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Let me know your thoughts of this emphatic 3-0 away victory in the comments below, and also don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy the video. So let's start off first with our match review of this game. The first half was pretty lacklustre from Manchester City. We came forward, I thought we got into some good positions maybe 3 or 4 times, and each time we got into good positions against the stubborn Fulham defence, was having shots on goal which were really tame, straight at the goalkeeper, no power, no conviction. And I was a little bit concerned going in at half-time, if I'm completely honest. I was like, City have to improve astronomically going into the second half, because I was expecting Fulham to sit really tight all game. They were going to be a team that was going to be very difficult to break down. Let's not forget, 0-0 would have been a fantastic result for Fulham. It had taken them out of the relegation zone, and City would have dropped more points. So what I was looking for was for City to really get past second gear, as I said in my live stream yesterday, and start getting it into third and fourth gear and start putting Fulham under pressure. And then we came out in the second half, and thankfully that did happen, and City created only a few more opportunities in the second half, where when we was having shots on goal though, there was a lot of conviction, there was a lot of emphasis on these shots, and they were hit with real conviction, like they wanted to put them into the back of the net, like they wanted to score, and it was really good to see. And a good, nice, professional, clean performance, particularly in that second half from Manchester City. Now, I felt like this game was decided really early on in the second half. A free kick was given away about 40-45 yards out inside the Fulham half, on the left-hand side out wide, so it was a chance for City to put a ball into the box. Fulham's only just come out from half-time, this is the 46th minute we're talking about, and a ball gets whipped in. It's a really good ball in, everybody's onside, a well-timed run from Manchester City, probably a poor bit of defending from the Fulham defenders. John Stones peeled off the defenders and has the simplest and easiest of finishes to pop it into the back of the net. Kind of was an open net for John Stones. Goalkeeper Areola had come out to come and collect the ball. Stones had nipped in ahead. All he has to do, get his foot on it and put it in the back of the net, and that is exactly what John Stones did. A brilliant ball in from Cancelo. A good tidy finish from John Stones. If we're short on a striker, maybe put John Stones up front. We'll speak more about John Stones in my analysis, but that was a really good opening to the second half. It broke down the toughness and firmness of the defence from Fulham. They'd gone to sleep, literally. It's just come out for the second half, caught them napping really early on, and that really then opened the game up for Manchester City and allowed us to really dictate the game, dictate the pace of the game, the possession of the game, and thankfully also lead on to a really comfortable victory away from home at Craven Cottage, which isn't easy to do. This Fulham side, let's not forget, beat Liverpool last weekend at Anfield. They've started to pick up some really good form, and they're putting themselves in a strong position to potentially stay up after looking not so much doomed, but looked like they were going to go down. Now they put themselves in a really good position where they may be able to stay up, and so this was always going to be a very difficult game. So to break Fulham open going into the second half after a really tough first half where we couldn't create too much, really good for Manchester City. And then 56 minutes in, Manchester City were able to capitalise on more Fulham's bad defending. Once they conceded, the defence looked a bit 6s and 7s for the first 15 minutes or so of the second half. A clearance from Fulham hits his own player on the back, desperately unlucky, not a great clearance, and Jesus is put one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Gabriel Jesus being put through one-on-one with the goalkeeper always causes me a little bit of concern, because he can be very indecisive when it comes to it. Jesus made his mind up though. I'm going to round the goalkeeper and I'm going to hit the ball with as much power as I can to make sure it goes into the back of the net. And that is exactly what he did. He's learned from his lessons from a few weeks ago when he rounded the goalkeeper, was a bit indecisive, got tackled, and this is City's opportunity ended up going away from there. I think it was against Mönchengladbach where he's put one-on-one with the keeper, couldn't make his mind up, took his time, got tackled. This time, makes his mind up straight away. I'm rounding the goalkeeper and I'm firing the ball into the back of the net. I'm doubling Manchester City's lead, and that is exactly what happened. So good for Gabriel Jesus. I thought he put in a really good shift in this game. And then 60 minutes in, Ferran Torres went down under a challenge from Tosin Adarabioyo. Thought it was a bit of a weak one, but there's contact there, misses the ball, takes the man. Penalty. Thankfully, we've not got John Moss in charge this time. Andre Mariner points to the penalty spot. Sergio Aguero, not scored all season, confidently steps up, low, hard, into the back of the net. Not a perfect penalty. Who cares? It's Sergio Aguero's first goal of the season. Hopefully now that's going to be first of many. And this will mean now Sergio Aguero getting more minutes for Manchester City by the end of the season. It means Aguero scoring more goals for City, and he can prove his worth to City, potentially earning himself a new contract as well. So within a matter of 13 minutes, John Stones, Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero had all found the back of the net for City. City were then able to make their substitutions, rest some players, ready for the game on Tuesday evening for that second leg Champions League last 16 clash in Hungary against Borussia Mönchengladbach. For Fulham, it does mean that they're going to sit into the relegation zone for at least another week or so. I'm not sure if they're playing next weekend or not, as it is the FA Cup quarter-final weekend next weekend. There's some Premier League games going on and some not. And so Fulham now, they've got hard work to do. They've done a lot of hard work already, and that has got to continue going forward into the back end of the season, the final push to try and stay up. Fulham away, beating them comfortably 3-0 with 3 second-half goals. Isn't an easy thing to do. No Riyad Mahrez, who's in form. No Phil Foden, who's in form. No Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best players in the Premier League as well in our squad. Raheem Sterling dropped from the squad completely to have a rest. This was a really good performance from Manchester City. It was a nice professional performance that has sent us 17 points clear at the top of the Premier League, albeit Leicester and Manchester United do have 2 games in hand. Both of them are playing today, so that gap may well be reduced. Hopefully they can drop points though, and it puts Man City in a really strong position going into the final 8 games of the season. But as it is, we're not going to be playing now for the next 3 weeks or so in the Premier League until we come back after the international break. Next Premier League game for City gets no easier. Another away game, this time Leicester City. Now onto my analysis of this game. Benjamin Mendy is the first player I want to speak about. I did think he put in an amazing performance for City, but he looked very compact and looked very composed, which was really good. And I think Mendy has earned himself a potential start. Probably not the Champions League game, but probably at the weekend against Everton in that FA Cup quarter-final match. And so that'll have done him a world of good. John Stones, he's amazing, he's brilliant. He was my JSGC man of the match, as I said yesterday on my live stream. He was sensational, keeping clean sheets, another clean sheet for Manchester City. The partnership that he's forming with Ruben Diaz was fantastic. It was nice seeing Laporte sitting alongside them playing in a back three. City had changed up the formation slightly. It was nice to see a good tight defensive performance from City. So that was really good. And good for Aymeric Laporte that he's putting in another good performance for Manchester City. But I also want to give a special shout out to John Stones, grabbing that all-important first goal for Manchester City, defending really well, winning his aerial duels, doing everything you'd come to expect from a rejuvenated, confident, full-flowing John Stones, and long may it continue. Touch wood, my desk is made of wood, that he can stay injury-free as well, because it's really doing him the world of good, and we're starting to see now why City had paid £50 million for John Stones, because he is a sensational centre-back for City. Just needed to find the confidence, the right partner, and get things ticking, and that is exactly what has happened this season. So good for John Stones, good for Aymeric Laporte, good for Ruben Diaz as well. Mendy, I'm sure, will feel a lot better. Cancelo's getting himself an assist too. So all is good in the Manchester City camp. Ferran Torres, again, I don't think he had an amazing performance for City. I say it all the time, though. It's hard to judge. Judge him after the end of next season. Give him 2 solid seasons under Pep Guardiola. When he does that is when you can fully judge how good he's going to be. I mean, in this game, he won City a penalty to get the 3rd goal for Sergio Aguero. So I can't sit here and say it was a bad performance from Ferran Torres, because I didn't. City have changed the formation. It's difficult to adapt when changing formation and making 7 changes going into your match day squad as well. I thought we adapted really well that second half. I thought it was going to be a slow start from City with the amount of changes and that weird formation, that it'd be slow. That's exactly what happened. The second half, though, blistering, clinical, sensational Manchester City back to their best. Sergio Aguero back in amongst the goals. Gabriel Jesus finding the goals. City keeping clean sheets, picking up 3 goals, 3 points, top of the league, 17 points clear now. Let's get the job done. on Tuesday, Champions League. Let's get to them quarter-finals. Then let's move on to the weekend. Let's get the job done. Let's get to the FA Cup semi-final. Then, after that, is when we can start mentioning the Q word. Will we still be in all 4 competitions come this time next week? Fingers crossed that is the case. Put in a good performance like we did in the second half in this game against Fulham, I'm confident that we certainly can do so. So there we go, that has been my match review and analysis of this game. If you did enjoy this video, do leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below too. Don't forget also, subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester City videos, Manchester City news, transfer news and all that good stuff. We're aiming for 16k subscribers. We're only 200 subs away from that now, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe. It is free. And also, social media links are in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email is also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video. We'll have a preview up tomorrow for that Borussia Mönchengladbach game, and we'll be doing a live watch along, of course, on Tuesday evening for everybody to look forward to. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I do hope that everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.